Last week, the Bo Nix-led Denver Broncos dropped 26 points on Todd Bowles' defense. So let's chuck on the All-22 and I'll show you what the Jets need to watch out for. Let's go. What is going on, everybody? It's Luke here from Play Like a Jet, and we're back in the film room with another All-22 breakdown, but today's a little different. This is the Jets vs Broncos preview, but through an All-22 lens. We're going to have a look at Denver's offense specifically and what allowed them to have great success against the Bucs. What were the personnel packages and the plays that allowed them to thrive on the road? It all started with their running game, and in particular, the split zone. This is very similar to a wide zone windback, and it's the counterplay for the outside zone family. When the whole offensive line is flowing to the left of screen like in the image, you're going to see number 45 come across in sift motion. He's going to take out the backside defensive end who's left unblocked, and bam, there's our hole for the running back against the flow of traffic. So how does it look? How does it work? This first example, they're running it out of 21 personnel. So you've got two running backs, in this instance a fullback. They're going to run towards the right-hand side. Off the snap, look at the flow of the O-line, the cutback lane that's created, and it's an explosive one for the Denver Broncos. This is exactly what we talked about. 20 taking out the defensive end, and bang, there's our hole. They feasted against Tampa Bay with this look. Everyone expects this to be a run left. You've got the strong side of the formation. You've got the flow of the offense, but this wind back route from the running back behind his fullback, and they execute it to perfection. The Jets defense got gashed on the ground in week 1 against the 49ers, so expect Denver to lean on this running play. But that was so far from a one-off. It was a theme throughout the entire contest. And that's why I'm making the video. When you put on the game on Sunday and you see Denver in 21 with this offset eye, you know their tendency is to run this kind of wide zone windback or split zone. Second example, same type of look, and it's almost as effective. A great block from the fullback and another chunk yardage on the ground. This time, the defensive end gets washed inside. They're lucky this isn't a touchdown. Linebacker makes a nice play, but it's a staple of Denver's offense. When they got in this 21 personnel, you could almost tell it was coming time and time again. It's called the split zone. Now you've seen it, you know what to look out for. And what the good coaches do, the great offensive coaches, is they run the most simplistic plays, their bread and butter, out of exotic looks. So the defense is confused, but realistically, we're about to get split zone rammed down our throat. This time out of 12 personnel, 2 tight ends to the left, you're thinking run behind the strong side, we're going to get this wind back type look again, and we're going to get a hole to the right hand side. They're running it to the same side of the line of scrimmage, but out of a completely different look and personnel package. Now, this isn't quite as effective, but you can see that it's a staple and a tendency. They've got jet motion to try and make the linebackers flow to the left, and they execute pretty well. Again, it's a theme. We've got jet motion coming from the right-hand side. We've got 2 tight ends to the left out of 12 personnel, and here it comes again. We're going to get that cut back to the right-hand side, but Tampa was onto it this time. So when you're watching the Jets game on Sunday, I guarantee you'll see split zone. And the second run game concept which Denver frequently utilized and to good effect was the read option, and specifically out of pistol arc. What does that mean? Well, we're going to leave the backside defensive end, as a square around him, completely unblocked. He's accounted for by the handoff mesh point, by that read option. We're going to put him in a bind. But the key block is the fullback, number 20 again. He's going to wade across the line of scrimmage. He's going to fake to block the defensive end, get out to the linebacker and try and block him. If the mic doesn't scrape to the outside, we're going to hit first force. So what does it look like? Here's an example of the keeper. Utilize Bo Nix legs, and if the corner doesn't make a great read here and have really nice vision, this is a touchdown in the red zone. I worry about the Jets defending this because Michael Clemens, and to a lesser extent also Will McDonald, they are not very disciplined with their contain. Bo Nix has got sneaky ability with his legs, and if the fullback gets to the corner right here, that's a touchdown. Good identification, it saves it, but you can see why this is a really difficult play to defend. And Here's another example, once again trends. From the same formation, instead of the keeper, we're going to give it straight up the gut. We've got a dive and it's a 10-yard gain. Why did we make that decision? Look at the defensive end on the right-hand side of your screen. He's watching the mesh point. He sees the fullback coming at him. He freezes his feet. Good read from Bo Nix. We're going to hand it off. That's our key. And it's a first down. They used the read option specifically out of pistol very, very effectively, and they used it quite a few times. And the last example of them doing it, this is just a plain old read option. They're going to put you in a bind. They're going to ask the defensive end to make good decisions, and if you don't, you will pay. You have to account in the running game for Bo Nix. The Jets have struggled doing this in the past. We need Michael Clemens to play well. So let's pivot now to having a look at what Denver did with their passing offense. And we're going to start with Bo Nix against single high coverage. That means one safety, playing center field, middle field is closed. Well, when Todd Bowles brought pressure and there was single high safety, he took shots deep to the sideline. 9 routes were his specialty. This isn't uncommon. We saw Joe Burrow do this on Monday Night Football against Washington. This is how the league is. But for a rookie, he was good with his decision making and he threw it vertically and often it went to number 14. Now, obviously, I like our chances better with Sauce Gardner and DJ Reed. Both have a propensity to get a little bit tuggy and pulley with their hands, but I think they are going to be able to negate this like Sauce did against Denver last year. But when the picture was clear and the defense was either cover 1 or cover 3, Bo Nix loved throwing it deep to the boundary. It was routine. Here's another example. Todd Bowles bringing 5 like he does way too much. You're going to see green dog on the end. They're going to send the linebackers and it's wide open to the boundary in a single high look. He identified where the safety was, what the coverage was, and as a result against pressure, bang, he's going to throw that ball to the outside on the 9 route. It was like clockwork, it was consistent, and it was how they simplified the game for Bo Nix. One more example though, this time in the red zone. You're never going to guess what Todd Bowles does. He brings pressure. Well, same thing. Bo Nix goes to the outside to Courtland Sutton. On this occasion, feet are out of bounds. It's an incompletion, but I'm just trying to show you, if you see single high safety, what's that? You can see one guy middle of the field. I talked about it at the start of these clips. He is going to throw the ball to the outside vertically. He is going to stretch the ball and give his receiver a one-on-one chance. That's the simplicity of Denver's passing game. And the last point of emphasis in today's video is what the Broncos did against 2 high safety shells. It was predictable. They love to throw outbreaking routes to the side of the bunch or the stacked wide receivers of their formation. So in this first clip at the top of your screen, you've got this little 2 receiver stack. Bo Nix is going to try and high-low the corner and make a decision, put him in a bind and throws the out route for 5 to 10 yards. It was like clockwork. Every single time, Sean Payton has him well drilled that we've got 2 high safeties, high-low the flat defender, and we're going to make a good decision. Again, I'm not teaching you anything revolutionary. This is just what the Denver offense was doing. Time and time again, these type of high-low concepts. On this occasion, it looks a little bit different. We're going to throw the ball to the right-hand side out of shotgun. We've got a little delayed leak out from the tight end. We're going to get to the flat. We're going to hit him on that little out route, and we're going to pick up the first down. Very, very simple, but anytime there was 2 high safeties, he didn't want to touch the middle of the field. He didn't want to throw the ball vertically. He wanted to get it out to the flats. But when he was asked to throw it a little deeper, he struggled. I'm going to let you guess where this play goes. Have a look at the formation here for Denver. Out of shotgun, we got bunched to the right-hand side. Yeah, he's going to try and high-low the corner on the right-hand side of the Denver offense. But this time they've got sail. You've got clear out, sail, and out route. He tries to hit the sail, that deep, curved out route towards the 30-yard line here of the Denver Broncos. And, oh, that should be a turnover. When it got a little bit foggy and there were underneath defenders, that's when Bo Nix struggled. You need to mix up your coverages, you need to rotate in and out of looks, and you need to stress what he's seeing. Don't make it predictable. Don't do what Todd Bowles did, because Denver, they're telling you what they want to do on offense. They want to throw outbreaking routes against cover 2, cover 4, and they did it all day. So there you have it, a little All-22 preview of the Denver Broncos offense and what to expect on Sunday. I hope you enjoyed the X's and O's, how deep we went, and now you know what the Jets are going to face against the Broncos.